Welcome into this deep dive into the Ebook, paperback book, A New Testament Psalm by Ryno toit. This book deals with modern-day issues, but it puts our problematic issues into poetic form, just like the Psalms of David in the Old Testament. Today, we deal with the hot topics such as substance abuse and where did it all go wrong for them. Let us analyze Psalm 490. It talks about how wine and drugs can make life beautiful by opening a door to feeling good. The narrator plans to keep drinking and using drugs to stay happy until old age, believing it's the secret to true happiness. The narrator feels separated from God but doesn't care, thinking God must love them the way they are. They view themselves as sinners responsible for their own happiness, feeling empty despite having fun. The narrator finds peace in partying and believes human-made instant peace is better than God's peace, which they see as difficult to achieve. They prefer the quick, relaxing effects of wine or drugs over the time-consuming process of learning God's peace.
On the other hand, the author of Psalm 49 expresses a desire for different things to make them feel good and escape from stress and loneliness. They mention drugs, alcohol, a new lover, pornography, food, music, friends, shopping, sports, joining a gang, and having money as ways to satisfy their needs and find happiness. These external sources are sought out to provide comfort and fulfillment in various aspects of life. In Psalm 49, the author reflects on using drugs and alcohol to try and forget the abuse suffered from their father. They mention feeling psychologically burdened by the insults their father hurled at them. Despite suffering from past trauma and anxiety, they believe that alcohol and drugs can help alleviate their pain. The author expresses self-hatred and a desire to numb their emotions with wild parties and alcohol. They recognize the harm they are causing their own child and the growing disconnect between them. Psalm 496 talks about a teenager who is eager to experience the party life and engage in activities, like going to dance clubs and meeting new people. The teenager is impatient and wants to enjoy life now instead of waiting to grow up. Despite the advice from their father to focus on studies and build a career for an easier future, the teenager is drawn to the excitement of nightlife and socializing with friends. They feel that life is short, and they don't want to miss out on anything, even though they understand the importance of planning for the future. The speaker in Psalm 505 describes a struggle with a beast inside them that drives them to do things they know are wrong. They want to eat less, stop drinking and drugging, and do the right thing, but the beast inside them roars and takes control. The speaker feels powerless to resist the beast's urges and is unsure how to stop it from preventing them from doing what is right. The psalm describes a person who is addicted to drugs. They consume the drugs daily until they reach a state of euphoria. The drugs control their life, making it chaotic and leaving them feeling like a puppet being controlled by their desires. The cycle continues as the drugs wear off, causing the person to feel the need to consume more to escape reality. The individual struggles with the constant cycle of getting high, coming down, and craving more drugs. They long to stay in a permanent state of being high and dreaming. Despite the desire to break free from the cycle, they ultimately feel compelled to continue using drugs to numb their pain and escape reality. The person acknowledges that they need to leave to catch their flight, implying that they are stuck in this cycle and unable to break free from their addiction. Psalm 513 talks about how the mind is curious and wants to explore everything, even addictive substances like chocolate, drugs, or alcohol. The speaker describes being addicted to chocolate, not by choice, but because their mind craves to understand its taste and meaning. They also mention using drugs and alcohol out of curiosity to break the hold these substances have on them. The speaker's mind believes it is stronger than their body and can resist the addictive effects of these substances. However, they fail to consider the negative impact these substances can have on the body, highlighting the conflict between the mind's curiosity and the body's vulnerability. Psalm 527 talks about how the person's drinking problem is connected to their emotions, feeling like they are carrying a heavy burden they can't shake. They drink when they are sad, happy, or stressed, showing how alcoholism controls them like a parasite that drains them of energy and sticks with them. The author of Psalm 528 reflects on a struggle with alcohol and the journey to stop drinking. They acknowledge the challenges of falling and getting back up in the process of quitting. The importance of taking care of one's body and resisting the temptation of alcohol is highlighted. The author urges to remember the negative effects of drinking and how it harmed the body in the past. They encourage self-reflection and self-love as a way to combat the craving for alcohol. The idea that the battle against alcoholism is within one's mind is emphasized, rather than external influences. Ultimately, the author expresses faith in the individual's ability to overcome alcoholism, with a reminder to keep standing up after each fall. The message conveys hope, strength, and the potential for recovery from alcohol addiction.